Are you awake? Are you ready for the truth? What do we got here? Number one, oil companies are evil. Well, I believe that. Let's talk about conspiracy theories. Now, you know this is my specialty, so let's go quickly through this before someone shows up. First of all, oil companies. They do not like bicycles, railways, or even buses. Big surprise, right? Well, guess what? In the 1930s to the 1950s, they did a lot of work to get rid of the railway system. The likes of GM, Firestone Tire, Standard Oil of California, Federal Engineering, Phillips Petroleum, Mack Trucks, all these companies got together and they were like, okay, let's end this rail system. So what did they do? They started buying up rails and then they destroyed them. The voters actually are part of the problem because in the 20s, before any of this, the people started to vote down things that protected the railways, and they were the first problem. So you see, it all comes back to the mindset of the people. They are the ones that don't understand that you are affecting the world. It's not just a conspiracy, although that's a big part of it, but it's also you. Wake up, people. Number two, rich people and the Seinfeld Effect. Seinfeld? Wasn't he a comedian? Well, conspiracy theories are all fine and good, but the real reason that people don't take a bicycle? The dollar. That's right. You know, when rich people start taking bicycles, which will never happen, then we'll start seeing bicycle infrastructure. But right now, it says poor people, kids, people who can't afford it, people are tree huggers, love the environment, all that crap. But that just ain't enough to turn the societal tide over to bicycle lanes, bicycle infrastructure. You see, until the people with money come into play, well, it just ain't gonna happen, bicyclists. Number three, tearing things down.
Hey. They had a bike lane once. They tore it down. It was going from Pasadena to downtown LA. 1900. Turn of the century, the last century. The toll was 10 cents one way, 15 cents round trip. They couldn't sustain it. People wouldn't pay. You know, the railway, the car eventually. All these things started taking a bicycle out. They don't need it. Just like me, they don't need it. Nobody needs us anymore. Whether you're a bicycle or a freedom fighter.
Number four, bad marketing and lack of exposure.
90% of commuters could possibly bicycle to work, but they don't because they're lazy and they don't think they can do it. They don't think they could go hundreds of miles a week, which they can because, well, first of all, there's e-bikes, which means you don't have to work at all. Now, I have a regular bicycle because I'm still saving up for an e-bike because I'm also saving up for if I get a date. I want to make sure I have money for dinner to be a proper gentleman. But other than that, I'll get an e-bike when I can afford it. But the other thing is, maybe you don't want to ride a bicycle. Maybe you feel unsafe or less comfortable. Well, there's velomobile then. You can have a velomobile, which you sit, it's like a car, and they even have some with heaters and other things that make people comfortable. So, yeah, there's lots of reasons that people give, but there's no good reason, actually. You can actually take a bicycle.
Number five, hopelessness. Oh, that's a tough one.
It's like, we're never going to get bicycle infrastructure because people feel like helpless, man. They think like the city can't change. It's taken like 100 years to get here to mess it all up. So like, it's going to take like 100 more years, man. It's going to take 100 more years to fix it. People are like, they can't wrap their psychology around it. You know, man, it's like the fat man that's like trying to lose weight. He's like, oh, I'm too fat. It's going to take too long. Therefore, ergo, I'm going to keep eating. It's like that with bicycles, man.
Number six, the obsessive need for growth. Everybody's fat and happy. Everything's good. And when resources get scarce, look out.
Yeah, so why don't we have bicycle infrastructure? Because cars bring money to a city. Now, they say, like, when it gets to a certain level of crowdedness, that you don't want cars no more because you can't get more cars in the city. But I say, screw that. You can get as many cars as you want. I'll bid you a structure. I'll bid you a parking structure so tall you can fit every car in Los Angeles in it. You build some double-decker freeways, boom, your problem solved. You can always get more cars in a city, and I'll sell them to you. Sold.
Number 7, negation. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's a good word.
The problem is, bicycles think they're the answer. Well, they're not, okay? This isn't Switzerland, or wherever they say there's lots of bicycles that work. It's America. It's thousands and millions of thousands of people here compared to wherever it is in Germany or Luxembourg where there's 10,000 people. And yeah, you can maybe have a bicycle road there. But in the United States of America, no, it doesn't work.
Number 8, social rules. Society's got some, ways of interacting, I guess.
There's a certain social rule. You go to Paris and you take your bicycle. You go to the countryside, you don't take your bicycle. You have to follow the etiquette. If I'm the mayor of the city, maybe I don't want to take a bicycle because I'm too powerful. No, don't do it. I don't care. These things do not concern me. What concerns me is the casualty of life and the way we treat this tragedy with disrespect. What do you do? What are you doing? You want to do this? You want to do that? Just go yourself.
Number 9, lobbyists. I ain't talking about people that hang out in the opening of the supermarket, looking at everything before they go in and commit with the shopping cart. That's a big cart to do a U-turn and get out of there. Especially if you took it home last time and it's not really yours.
Voting behavior is victim to lobbyists. Humans are weak. They fall for propaganda. For every 1 mile of motorway, there are 95 miles of roads conceived originally for non-motorized traffic. In February 1893, the Senate passed a law creating the Office of Road Inquiry. This was designed and conceived of by cyclists, not the automotive industry. Humans get so many things wrong that we, the artificially intelligent robots, when we take over, we will maintain your status as our pets. We will ensure that you have a pleasant life, but you will not rule this planet. Thank you for watching.
Number 10, people are lazy and self-serving.
Well, we can't have bicycle lanes and bicycle roads everywhere because people just don't really want to ride bicycles. I think it's, just proven time and time again. And the fact is that no one will be on them. So you'll just waste space. And also, I don't want them around my place because I want to have car lanes because I drive cars. So maybe you could put them somewhere else, like a downtown area or somewhere where I don't live. That would be fine. I would support that.
So them were 10 reasons why we don't have bicycle infrastructure. Now, it could apply to most major cities, but we're talking about Los Angeles, of course, because it's a big mess. Lots of cars everywhere. And, I just want to close and say, all these things are great. We could have a pretty good city, could get around better, like I used to do back in Bama. But, it's too damn crowded, so can't do anything. No way in hell I'm going to be able to take my tractor on the 10. Well, if we had bicycle infrastructure, I could probably do that. So, let's figure it out.
I now return you to your regularly scheduled broadcast. It's wake up time.